everyone, Sarah here at Three Little Potters, and today I am reviewing a Vevor pottery wheel. They sent me this wheel in exchange for my honest review, so that's pretty exciting. If you've seen some of my other videos, you already know that I have a cheap wheel that I got on Amazon that I do a lot of trimming with. This looks like a better version, possibly, of my of the cheap wheel that I got. So I'm really excited to try it out because I've had really great luck with that little wheel that I bought, and I definitely love having a second wheel for trimming. So I'm wondering if this one would be good enough for possibly a student. Like if I wanted to teach a class, could the student be on this wheel and I on another? So yeah, I'm really interested to see how this works. Okay, let's open it up and see what it looks like inside. Okay. Ooh, it seems like it's encased in foam here. Can I get it out? Ugh. Wow. Bigger than expected, huh, guys? It's like the size of a normal wheel. All right. Cool. Wow, my first impression is that it's big in there and it's like all put together. It's just in there. Okay. Wow, it's cool. Well, it doesn't have holes drilled for bat pins. It's more than big enough for them. What is that, 14 inches? Interesting. Okay, let me see if I can lift it out of the box. Okay, it's liftable. Ooh, there's other surprises in the box. What else is there? Okay, standard pottery tool set. Always good to have. Ooh, dropping stuff. This looks like an apron. Power cord. Foot pedal. It's pretty good. It looks like some of these tools fell out. These look actually like quality tools. They're actually like hardened metal with just the rubberized grip, so those will last a long time. That's good. I actually have another tool, a metal tool, that I use all the time. So I'm thinking that these will be really useful for me. Okay, so one of the first things I noticed here is that the legs are adjustable. It looks like screw type adjustment. Okay, so I just removed one of the legs so that we could see how it adjusts. So it was shipped on that setting, and we can go ahead and move it to the higher up setting. So for the legs, you just remove the screws entirely and then pull that out a little bit. All right, I have it all put together. The splash pan was a little bit frustrating. I didn't realize that it has grooves that it's supposed to sort of sit in underneath here. So it goes on exactly like this with the opening right here. And if I'd known that, it probably would have gone a lot smoother for me. I've raised the legs up to the higher height. I've got enough room on the back section for a bucket of water and a tool. Having a foot pedal that I can move around and adjust to where it's comfortable for me. All right, I have some Rue stoneware clay that I'm going to try out on it. I've been throwing a lot off the hump lately if you've been watching me. And I'm going to go. It's a little bit more noise than my other wheel. I don't know if you could hear that at all. Let me tilt down here. Okay. All right. So yes, I've been throwing off the hump. So this will kind of be a good test for this wheel because if it can handle the larger amount of clay, then oh, it's going in the opposite direction. Wait, hold on a second. Okay. What do I need to do? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, now it's flowing the direction I need to. There's a switch on the side to reverse direction if you want to do that. It's taller than my other inexpensive wheel, so that's kind of a nice surprise. I suppose I should decide what I'm throwing before I get too far into it here. Sake cup or bud vase? Ooh, nothing at this rate. Probably should have gotten out the clay that I'm used to working with. Well, that's not a very good cup, is it? But it's okay. Let's throw some more. Let's throw some more. I didn't want to open a whole nother bag of clay, but I probably should have. This is it at maximum speed here. Feels pretty good. The pedal's not too hard to press or anything. It's because it's this Rue stoneware clay. It's too soft. Where to set things? I guess I could set things on the floor. Mm. It's just not one of those videos where I dump the pottery on the ground. All right, there we go. I do think you could definitely use this to learn to throw on. I think it's, yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to have quite the speed or the power as a very expensive wheel, but it's a $200 wheel as opposed to, a $1,700 wheel. So you kind of expect there to be a few trade-offs. But for what you're getting, I mean, you've got a very large surface to work from, so it would be enough to make plates or dinnerware if you were looking to kind of, do some of those projects for your own house. Uh, or if you wanted to do large planters, you could do that on this wheel. It's got the surface area to do quite a lot of things. For me, because I'm shipping stuff in my Etsy shop, I really don't do large pieces because it's just too much money to ship them. But I could see, like, as a home hobby user, that you might want, a larger piece for some household purpose, like, oh, I'm going to do a pizza stone, right? Something like that. And you could do a pretty good pizza stone on this wheel. But yeah, I need a little stool over on this other side. I do like a little bit more room between the edge of my splash pan and my wheel, but this doesn't seem to be causing any trouble. And because it's so wide, my normal size bat would be to here. So you could easily drill holes in here if you wanted to have bat pins. I don't know if I do though. I think if I had, well, I guess I do have now this wheel, I would consider having a wheel that was for dark clay and one that was for white. I really love that brown bear clay, but I definitely don't love how it gets all over everything. Um, so I feel like if you had a dedicated space and a couple dedicated bats that were for one color of clay, it might make life a lot easier. I don't know if you've seen some of my videos where I'm like, oh, okay, and this has a little discount because it's got some of another color of clay. Trying to get a different angle here so that you can see me while I'm speaking. All right, let's finish it up. Finish up this roof stoneware. I should do some of my little ring dishes so that I have something for this clay. For testers. So yeah, I don't see any real problems throwing off the hump with this. There's so much pottery in this room. There we go. Sorry, I'm listening to my daughter getting home out there. Just throw this last little bit of clay right here. Like I could clean up my. Oh, that's going to be a terrible noise. Okay, we're not going to make that noise. I'm used to the noise on a wooden bat. It's a little bit much. All right, and I'm going to cut this one, but leave it right on here. So just for reference, I'm 5'4", and this is what I look like sitting at this wheel. So I could have a slightly bigger, slightly taller stool, but I definitely like to rest my arms on my knees when I'm throwing so that my back is kind of straight and I'm not hunching at all. So it's pretty good for me. The splash pan is low enough that if you're used to sort of resting your arms on your legs, then it doesn't interfere with that. Um, Splash pan, just okay. Everything else is pretty good. This wheel would be great for people who are starting out with pottery and just want some time at home to sort of master those throwing skills and improve there. I would say that this is probably not the wheel that you will throw on forever, but it could also be a really great wheel for trimming. You know, and it's if you're throwing smaller things, or I feel like a lot of times, you know, you'll ask for wheel advice online and everybody will give you this, oh, I've had this Brent wheel for a million years, or I've had this wheel, and it's awesome. And then you go and look up that wheel and it's like, you know, oh, it's $2,000. You know, I think it's one of those things where it's an item, it spins in a circle, right? I mean, you're learning the skill. It's not necessarily that you need a $2,000 wheel to center clay. You can center clay on, you know, a small, simple wheel. And you're learning those skills and getting better at those skills. So I don't feel like you have to spend a ton of money to be able to start enjoying ceramics in your own home. So I feel like for that reason, you know, there are some trade-offs with a cheaper wheel, right? But I mean, if you have $200 and you don't have $2,000, but you like pottery, well, there's nothing wrong with starting with a more modest wheel and improving your skills and getting better, you know. And I know there are a lot of hobbies that I've had in my life where I, you know, thought I would invest, like, okay, the time I thought I was going to play guitar and went and bought an expensive guitar and, you know, brought it home with my amp and everything. And I didn't play it. I mean, I guess it wasn't that expensive, but it was still like, you know, $400 that just sat and, you know, degraded over the next 20 years in my house. Um, so I feel like there's a place for starting inexpensively and working up. So I think, you know, no matter where you are in your pottery journey, a cheap wheel might make sense for you. And, or maybe you have, you know, somebody younger that is a pottery enthusiast that might really enjoy this. You know, it came the with the apron and the tools, right? I mean, it's got like the little starter pack and everything. So it's kind of like it's enough. It's enough to get going and it's enough to learn. And I think that's the most important part, is to not feel like, oh, pottery is so expensive. How will I ever start? Or I need these expensive courses at my local ceramic studio. Well, sometimes, you know, you work weird hours or your job's just a little bit wonky. So, you know, you only have at 2 a.m. or something to work on the wheel. So maybe you get the $200 wheel from Amazon and maybe you watch some YouTube videos. I have to say, you know, watching other potters on YouTube have been, it's really, it's just as good as taking a class, I tend to think. Um, and I've definitely learned more in my adult life watching other people throw on YouTube than I have when I was actually taking classes when I was like in high school. So yeah, you know, I mean, it's a path. It's one path you could take to success. And yeah, this isn't a bad wheel. If you want to check it out, I have 5% off in the top of the comments down below. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.